Hey everyone, it's Miss Asmo, and I'm going to review on how to round because it seems like we need some extra practice on that. So let's go ahead and look at these few decimal numbers, and we want to round each of them to the nearest hundredth. So initially we need to look at the digit in our hundredths place. So in this example, my 3 is in my hundredths place. And the more important digit is the next place value to the right, the thousands place. And this digit is important because it determines whether my hundredths place digit is going to stay a 3 or if it's going to round up 1, which in this case it would be to a 4. Okay, so when I'm rounding, my thousands place determines the hundredths place digit. So if this value is 5 or more, then my hundredths place is going to go up. If this place value is 4 or less, we let it rest. That's just a fancy saying or a quick way to remember it. So 5 or more, we raise the score. 4 or less, we let it rest. So in this case, we're going to let the 3 rest. So if I'm rounding this to the nearest hundredth, all the values before the hundredths place are significant, but anything after that is not significant at all. So here's my final answer. Okay, rounded to the nearest hundredth. Let's take a look at this one. So my 9 is in my hundredths place, and my thousands place determines whether the 9 stays a 9 or it rounds up. Okay, so this is 5 or more, so that means we raise the score. So this special case scenario, this 9 is the highest single digit that we can go. So what we need to do is go up 1 digit. So if we were to add a 1 to this would become a 0, and then this would become a 2. So when I round to the nearest hundredth, my rounded answer is going to be 0.20. Okay. I'm going to keep the 0 in my hundredths place because we need a value in the hundredths place, because that's what we're rounding by. Let's take a look at this example. 3 is my hundredths place value, and in my thousands place I have a 0. Okay? This 9 is not significant. So rounding to the nearest hundredth, I would have 0 and 53 hundredths. Okay, and let's take a look at our last one. 12.099. 9 is in my hundredths place. So you're asking yourself, does this thousands place tell me to increase my hundredths place, or does it stay the same? It's going to increase in this case, and we have the same scenario as this over here. Okay, so our 9 is the highest digit, so if we increased it by 1, 9 would turn into a 10, and we would now add another 1 to our next highest place value. So we have 12.10. Okay, here's 3 examples on your own in red. Go ahead and try these on your own and pause the video, and then when you have an answer, go ahead and start playing the video and see how you did. Go ahead and pause now. Okay, so here are your answers. Hopefully you did okay, and if not, go ahead and watch this video again. You're not going to get it right the first try. You got to try over and over again. Let's take a look at some other place values. We're rounding to the nearest thousandth in this example. So in my thousands place, I have an 8. And the next place value over is going to determine if the value changes or not. So my digits before the 8 are significant. We keep those. Does the 8 stay an 8 or does it round up to a 9? Well, because my 10,000ths place is a 7, it's greater than 5, so this will round up to a 9. Okay. Let's take a look here. Does it round up? Absolutely. And so this becomes a 0. We would add 1 to this place value, which makes this become a 0. And then we would add 1 to this place, which makes this place value become a 0. So this one's a tricky one. I would have 2.00, and I need one more because we're rounding to the thousands place. We need a digit in the thousands place. Okay. And last but not least, here is my 3. My 1 is in my 10,000ths place. So I'm deciding that my 3 is going to stay a 3 because my 10,000ths place is less than 5. So here's my rounded value. Okay. Here we're rounding to the nearest whole. Okay, whole number means my ones place. So here's my ones place, and the tenths place determines whether the ones place remains the same or increases by 1. So here, ask yourself, does the 8 keep the 2 a 2, or does it go up to a 3? It should go up to a 3. Okay. Here's my tenths. Here's my ones place, and here's my tenths place. Does my 0 in my ones place stay a 0, or does it go up? It stays a 0. Okay. And here we have so many digits here, but the only one that we want to focus on are my ones and tens place. My tenths place is less than 5, so here I round to just 1. Thanks for watching my review video on rounding. Hopefully this helped.